Hello and welcome from St. Martin. This is Stage, Screen, and In Between with Helen. I'm Helen, and tonight we have with us the fantastic Susan Erwin, who is the pianist femme fatale, can I say? And Cliff Prowse, who is newly engaged to Susan, and he is a fantastic musician. And I was very surprised to see Cliff working with Susan when I walked into the Red Piano. Susan spends a month at the Red Piano every November, and they are now a terrific duo. Susan, I'm so excited that you have this handsome young man now.
I'm excited as well.
And talent. How is that working out for you?
Well, we met playing music in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I was blown away when I first heard him play. I mean, he's a fantastic, self-taught for the most part, violin, I shouldn't say violin, fiddle, and guitar player.
Yeah, you know, it was very impressive when I walked into the Red Piano. I saw you sitting behind the piano, as you always are, and you were singing and playing, and everybody was having a great time. And I saw Cliff there, and I saw the instruments. I saw the fiddle, and I saw an acoustic guitar, an electric guitar, and he was playing, and I'm like, wow, this is unbelievable.
Cliff and I met in Little Rock and in Arkansas, where we're from, and we were playing music one night. And I have to say, it was musical love at first sight for sure. I don't know about you, but when I heard him play, the fiddle and guitar, both acoustic and electric guitars, we just, musically we matched so well and otherwise, and so we've since become engaged. And you were asking me about the musical stuff, and I've been doing piano bars for 14 years, and I come to the island of St. Martin here at the Red Piano 2 months every year, and I've added Cliff to be a duo now in what is traditionally a solo piano bar scene. So Helen walked in and was very surprised to see Cliff and all of his instruments, because we have the piano and me, and then there's Cliff next to me. He's got his 2 guitars behind him and his fiddle, and I think everyone has been just extremely excited to see the addition of some instruments. And so I've added kind of like a really cool new layer of music, and to add this talent is amazing. To have him with me, it's just it's a no-brainer, and it's a lot of fun. So
yeah. So Cliff, how do you like playing at the Red Piano?
I love it. It's been a great experience so far. Me and Susan met in a piano bar, but I really didn't have much piano bar experience, so this is really my first piano bar experience, and it's great to get to be on an island doing what I love, and especially with someone like Susan. And before, I've played in a lot of bands, but it's always been like a country or rock, so I'm limited to one music, and she plays everything from Frank Sinatra, Justin Bieber, and Snoop Dogg, so it's...
I know.
Friend Helen, she has her own show, her own television and internet show, YouTube channel that's very popular. Anyway, she did an interview with us. She's going to grab a little bit over the next hour, so don't look directly at her. Just do whatever you do. You just act like you're having the best time of your life. The focus is on us. You'll be in the background, and we'll all become famous. All right, so let's see. Okay. So if you're here with somebody you shouldn't be with, I'm sorry about that. Hey, make some noise for the new people walking in. We got new folks. Yeah. Let's do it. Starting out with a little Proud Mary. I left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day, but I never lost a beat in the sea. Well, turned out the way things might have been. Chuck Berry. How many people like music from the oldies kind of stuff? The oldie but goldies. We're gonna do a little Chuck Berry for you. My name is Susan Erwin. This is Prowse. If you guys are just joining us, welcome to the Red Piano. Kick us off. Make some noise. It's Saturday. And some of you don't have your drinks yet, that's okay, but if you got one, raise them up. When I say drink, you say more. Drink, drink, drink it down.
Someone was saying last night that they were so amazed at how you just go from one genre to the other so effortlessly, you know? Right?
That's the name of the game with piano bars, and like I said, I've been doing it for a good while. So, you know, I look into the crowd and I look at the different demographics, and I'll say how old are people and what kind of music were they listening to when they were growing up, and that's what I tend to focus on. But I get a mix of people from the older couples who are here, have been coming here for years, and I get the younger couples. We had, like, for example, we've been having Alabama come in. I call them Alabama. I name people by their states, and I play what they like, so they could be from anywhere in the world, any age group, and as that basically allows for any type of music to be played.
We're about to take it down to Georgia. The Devils will go to Georgia. I need you guys to put your hands together and clap it like that. Y'all ready? You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, if that went down to Georgia, he was looking for for his soul to steal it. He was in a bind and he was way behind, he was willing to make a deal. When it came across, this young man saw a little fiddle and playing hot. Held up up on the hickory stump and said, boy, I tell you what, you know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you care to take it there, well, I'll make a bet with you. Well, you play a pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil to do. That a fiddle of gold will get you so nothing I'm better than you. Boy said, my name's Johnny and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet, you're gonna regret it, I'm gonna say so again. Johnny rising up to a phone and playing a fiddle hard. Well, look, the thing devil and the devil news. If you when you get that shiny fiddle and it goes, if you lose, the devil gets your soul. Make some noise, y'all. Make some noise.
But also, not only do you play the piano, but you sing so very well. You have a terrific voice, and it kind of has a rasp to it, an edge to it, and it's very enticing, you know. So now you had an album out before, and I happen to love two songs on there, Chalk Line, and what was the other one I asked you to play the other? When You Come Around. Love, love, love that. But you have new songs that you've just released. You want to talk something about that?
So, like I said, the piano bar, the unique niche that I've been in the music industry has taken me all over the world. And then about 2.5 years ago, I decided that I wanted to release an album. The album you're speaking of about was it's called Painting You Gone, and number 3 is Chalk Lines. I believe number 4 is When You Come Around. So those are her 2 favorites. So I released a project then. In the last year, I released an EP, 3 songs. These are songs that were given to me to record, so these are not my originals. The first album was all originals of mine, co-written with my producer at the time and some songwriters. And then now, which I'm very excited about, and all of this can be found on iTunes and Amazon and all of those online digital distribution services. But Cliff and I are writing. Cliff is a fantastic songwriter, and we are writing my third project, and we will be releasing that next year. I'm not putting a timeline on it because I want it to happen authentically and organically. I don't want to stress out and say we have this date to meet. So we've been writing, and we've been finding our sound together, and I think that's really more important than figuring out when we're going to do it. So most likely at the end of next year would be a responsible date to let you know.
Right. So
Working hard to get my feet. Everybody wants a free. Playing the roll of the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some want to sing the blues. Free life, people. I forgot a very important thing. Cliff on guitar.
Where did you go on your first date?
So we met playing music at a club in Little Rock, and then I invited him. We had kind of a business venture reason to get together. I don't know if it was a date, but it turned into one, so I guess it's our first date. This is actually notable to talk about. We have a business together as well, which is the short bow. I don't know if I ever told you about the short violin bow that my brother Ethan Erwin invented.
Yes, you did tell me.
Yes.
Actually.
So we do have one with us. When I saw Cliff and I saw and heard how amazingly talented he is, I thought short bow. I got to get this guy over. He's got to play that short bow. And so I invited him over to my family's ranch there in Arkansas, and we got together and we played music, and he played the short bow, and I filmed him. And anyway, so we got to really spend more time. That was probably the first date, but it was about the short bow.
Yeah.
Said you gotta hold on to what we got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. Got each other, and that's a lot for us. We'll give it a shot. Sing, boy. Tommy's got a 6-string guitar. He's holding up jam.
I want to say that you are very good at pleasing the crowd, because like you said, you read the crowd. Last night you happened to say, okay, I think it's time to start a conga line. And they were really into, at that moment, exactly that. And they went around in the conga line, and and you include people, and when you see people walk in, you're very attentive to who's coming in. And I think the people love that. Like you'll even say, oh, I just saw, where are you from? I just saw people walk in, come back here. And you really make everyone feel comfortable, and that's why they enjoy going there, and they go there night after night after night. Like the Red Piano is like where people gravitate to, because Susan Erwin is there, and now it's because Cliff Prowse is there too.
Well, I think, and thank you, Helen, but I have to say, I was trained by a lot of people who explain what the concept of piano bar is to me when I first started in Little Rock, Arkansas. And the concept is we are all in a living room. There happens to be a piano, and now in this case, other instruments. And I just happen to be the one that knows how to play the piano, but we're all there to sing along and have a good time.
Take it easy, doing too much of one time. Take it easy. Don't let the sound of your wheel drive her crazy. Lighten up when you still care. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place to take your stand. Take it easy. I was standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. Well, let that alcohol give you a little courage to dance on this one, right? Come on, baby, whole lot of shaking going on. Come on, baby, and a whole lot of shaking going on. Baby, whole lot of shaking going on. I want somebody to shake it, baby, shake it. Bring it up, see when the boys are shooting on there.
So now, where do you go from here? I know you're going back to Arkansas, and you said you have a really good extended gig at the racetrack. Am I correct about that? Yeah. And what are your long-term goals?
Well, right now we've got a full year of bookings, and in Hot Springs, Arkansas, my home city, we have a very great opportunity to continue what I started as the Pink Piano Show. I have a pink piano, so my piano is pink in Arkansas, red in the Caribbean, and we do very similar to what you see here. It's a smaller. There's 2 venues there in the casino. Mine's in Pop's Lounge, and we perform. We take all requests. We do our thing. So we're doing that We've done it all of October, all of December, and then all of race season, which is February, March, and April, and that'll be every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of February, March, and April. The racetrack is amazing. It's been there for over 100 years. It's called Oaklawn Casino, or Oaklawn Racing and Gaming, but it's a casino as well. It's thoroughbred racing, and so we're doing that. And then also I'll be back here in January. I'm going to Norway, Spain, and Amsterdam next year. We've got a full year of bookings. So we're gonna. Oh, in Santa Barbara, the new piano.
You mentioned you're going to New York for something.
I am, yes. So there's the Red Piano Santa Barbara. I'll be there performing there. So that's new in California. Now, New York, there's a convention in New York and in New Orleans for piano entertainers. So I'll be going to that during March, which I normally, anyway, but I'm going to that during March. But I'm still performing on the weekends, so I'm working that in. And then we're writing. Like I said, the long-term plan is to release an album together and get our music out there and to continue to do what we love. That's the goal.
Is there a website, Susan?
SusanErwin.com. You can go to mine. CliffProwse.com if you want to check him out. It's Susan Erwin with an E. So SusanErwin.com, CliffProwse.com. Also, you can go online and type in on iTunes, Amazon, all of your Spotifys and Reverb Nations. And oh gosh, I can't even keep up with them all. But I'm out there as Susan Erwin.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.